Now I continue in 1 Timothy chapter number 3, and we've made it down to verse number 13. Here is a benefit and a promise that is made to the deacons that qualify and fulfill the qualifications that are presented here by Paul in 1 Timothy 3. Their wives also qualifying as deacons' wives. Paul says, "For they that have used the office of a deacon well." Now that implies that there are some men that may not use the office of a deacon well. But those that have used the office of a deacon well purchase to themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith which is in Christ Jesus. They purchase to themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith. I'd like to try to deal with this matter of a good degree and great boldness on the program today. They that employ this office position of a deacon, they that employ it well, they employ it in a good manner, are able to purchase themselves a good degree. Now, anything that is good is recognized as being something that is valid, something that is not weak or defective, something that has strength and has adequate support. We could say something that is valid or sound in this age in which we live. Men are clamoring and crying out for something that is valid, something that is real. We have so much that is presented to us in the course of life today that is unsound. It is not true. We live in a virtual reality world. And we have marketing people and front men and marketing agencies that can make you into something that you're not. They can make you appear to be something you have never been, whether good or bad. They that use the office of the deacon well, these men that employ the deaconship well, are able to purchase to themselves. And I dealt with that word purchase on the program over the last several days, and it simply means to obtain something, to acquire something. Not necessarily buying it with money, not particularly monetary gain, but it is something that is acquired through labor and effort, something that is acquired through a service, something that is acquired. A man could go off to college and earn a degree in some field of study. And that man could say, "I have purchased this degree with 4 years of my life and thousands of hours of study and reading and effort and labor. I have earned this degree." All right, that's the concept of the idea of purchase. They purchase for themselves. They earn through their labor. They purchase for themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith. Now, this good degree would be something that is valid, something that is sufficient, something that is complete, something that is sound, something that doesn't need any extraneous support. I would hope that my words would be such and my conduct would be such that no one would have to explain on my behalf, explain for me why I did a certain thing, why I said a certain thing, why I behaved in a certain way. I would hope that those around me would be able to say, what Brother Carper has done needs no explanation. It's all there before your very eyes. They purchase for themselves a good degree. Now, a degree, of course, when we think about a degree, we think on the college level, you've earned a degree in some field of study, in some area. Colleges and universities mark a distinction of study by conferring on students a degree, that degree is simply a testimony of proficiency in some area of study. You can earn a Bachelor of Science degree. You can earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. And when a university confers that upon a graduate, they are stating by conferring that degree that this student has a level of proficiency in some area of the arts or in some area of the sciences. There are some schools that are given over to the sciences and technology schools and science schools, and you would expect an engineer graduating from one of those universities with a 4-year degree to have a degree, a high degree, we give them a degree, a high level of proficiency and understanding in the use of engineering, the science of engineering, the use of a slide rule, the method and a manner of calculations and other things that are to be done. So whenever they give a degree, that degree is stating that this person has a proficiency in this area. It's an area of rank. We have a high school diploma. A high school diploma is not a degree, it's a diploma. And you go to a junior college, you earn a 2-year diploma. It's not a degree, it's a diploma. And when you hear the news anchors and anchorettes on NBC or MSNBC talk about a high school degree or a junior college degree, you know, and I know, they have no idea what they're talking about. They're dumb as a box. I mean, stupid as a post in the ground surrounding a 40-acre field with barbed wire stapled to it. They don't know what they're talking about. The area of a degree does not arrive until you arrive on the 4-year level. So if you've been off to college for 2 years or 3 years, you don't have a degree, you have a diploma. It takes that 4th year, those extra 20 odd credit hours to enter into the area of a degree. But then even in the area of degrees, there are different degrees. You earn a bachelor's degree and then you can go forward and earn a master's degree. You cannot earn a master's degree until you have completed a bachelor's degree. And then from a master's degree you can go on for 2 more years and earn a doctorate. But then not all doctorates are the same. You can have light doctorates or you can have heavy doctorates. The top of the food chain would be a PhD. The doctor of philosophy would be at the top of the food chain. These deacons that use the office of a deacon well are able to earn for themselves a good degree. Remember, the word good means to not need to be supported, to stand on its own, to not need any extraneous support. It's able to stand up on its own. It's able to stand up by itself. It needs nothing else. It needs nothing in addition. It's able to support its own weight. It's able to stand up under its own weight. They earn for themselves a good degree. And this area of degree is an area of rank. You could say that the matter of a degree is a step or a portion in one's progress. There are people that have moved further in degrees than others. They have made greater progress than others. You could use the area of degrees in relation to elevation. They have moved higher up than others. You can use the matter of degree in relation to quality. You can buy a $5 watch at Walmart, or you can buy a $5,000 watch at the jewelry store. Truly, both of them do the same thing. But when you hold the $5 watch in your hand and you hold the $5,000 watch in your hand, it is immediately apparent that the two are not the same. I mean, you can hold them in your hand and it becomes very obvious which one is the $5 watch and which one is the $5,000 $100,000 watch. That's the difference in degrees. A man that uses the office of a deacon well, that employs the area of his service to the Lord in the deaconship, and he employs that in an honorable and in an upright manner, that man will earn for himself a higher degree, a more notable standing, a greater area of respect, a greater area of honor and dignity than the man that is loose around the edges and haphazard in his service for the Lord and in his deaconship. I can remember my late grandfather, and my grandfather loved deacons, and he had a few knucklehead deacons over the years, but by and large, the men that served as deacons at the church the last church my grandfather pastored at the Tabernacle, those men, by and large, the vast majority of those men were good and honorable and upright men. But there were some of those men that excelled even among the good men. There were some of those men that excelled beyond that. And my grandfather used to talk about the opportunity, and he wanted the men in his church that were qualified to be deacons, that met the qualifications, that met the deportment of being a deacon, that met the spiritual and scriptural understanding of being a deacon. He wanted them to have an opportunity to serve, so that they might have an opportunity to earn for themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith. So this matter of a good degree that we have dealt with on the program today, they that use the office of a deacon well, earn to themselves, purchase to themselves, a good degree. That word good carries the idea of needing no support. It's valid. It is structurally sound. No one needs to make any explanation. No one needs to make an excuse. It will stand on its own. It will support its own weight. They earn for themselves a good degree. They have made a distinction. They are distinguished by the area of space they are able to occupy. They have moved forward. They have moved upward. They have moved onward in their service of the Lord and their service to the congregation and their service to the local church. They have advanced and moved forward. And that's exactly what the matter of degree, good degree, means. They have advanced and moved forward. May God help all the deacons I'm speaking to today. May God impress upon your heart and in your mind the importance of what I've been dealing with. May the Lord enable you to excel and to move forward in your deaconship, in your service for Christ.
Post Office Box 4, Greenville, South Carolina 29602. This is Mark Ferguson thanking you